Hi, my name is Wendy. I'm Osman. I'm an entrepreneur and the founder of Normatech, and I'm also a volunteer with the People Building Institute. And today I have with me the lovely Miss Mary, Miss Agriculture, and she'll introduce herself.
Thank you very much. My name is Mary Ayariga Awinimi from the Upper East Region, Ghana. I'm a student of University of Professional Studies, and I'm the winner of Miss Agriculture Ghana 2024, and also a co-founder of Masway Group of Companies.
Welcome. So you tell us a little bit about Miss Agriculture, your journey, how you got there. What made you interested in agriculture in the first place?
So, with what got me into agriculture, I want to say the credit goes to Cosmos Innovation Center um, for the continuous mentorship and providing everything, making it easy for me to learn through the journey, even though I was not successful in their program, but it made me who I am today. Um, Through the journey of Miss Agriculture, it's not been easy, but one thing I love about them is it's a pageantry, not just for the beauty, but it's a pageantry that looks at young women in Ghana, in the 16 regions of Ghana, that have ideas, innovations in agriculture, because we believe that everyone out there has a unique talent or idea in something. So it's a platform for young women who are interested in agribusiness or have ideas and don't know how to go about it. They provide education, mentorship, and training, and as well as if the winner at the end of the day, they will give you a seed fund to start with the journey you intend to do or the innovations you have in mind.
Wow, that's wonderful. That's an amazing, a very tough journey, I would say, because as a lady, being involved in agriculture and not just food production, but something that is innovative, something people haven't done before. What led you to that point? What led you to that idea, and then you introduce your products to us?
Yes. So, what led me to the product actually is that during the process of learning agriculture with Cosmos, I got to realize that, okay, I have to take it as a challenge upon myself to sit down and look back, see what the problem is and what I can solve. And fortunately for me, I'm a daughter of a food vendor where my mom sells food, and most especially kenke and wachi. So I'm looking at it this way. Anytime you have to do shit, or personally me, I cry. Like the onion, I'll have to cry and all that. So it takes the stress involved in dressing onion. It's not easy, I will not lie. So I was like, okay, so we have onion and we have tomato paste in the market. How? Tomatoes is even something that is very perishable. How about onion? So it started like a fun. I was just asking myself the questions, and I think I went online how to do my research, and I realized that okay, there was something out there in the market, not in Ghana, but when it goes to India and China, you see onion paste very beautifully. But I was like, okay, it's not in Ghana, so I can also do it in Ghana. Why not? So I started dreaming big. So I had to do my research. At a point, I had to contact a company in India so they could teach me certain things, basis of them. And I took it up from there, from the research. I had to do a sample. And the first sample I did was great. The feedback was nice. And I think during the contest of Miss Agriculture Ghana, I decided to do another one, which I'm now working on FVA.
Wow!
Yes.
Congratulations! That's amazing.
Thank you.
This is amazing. So,
Yes.
you tell us how you got here. From acquiring your raw materials, how you got to can it, why are you canning it, and everything, and what are the benefits of having this.
Yes. So I think for the start, I'm from a place where we are best known for onion, I would say. That's Boku West District. So I had to just buy some 30 cedis onion from home once I was come back to school to do a sample because I was so curious to know how this would look like. Will it be possible? I was still doubting my instinct, so that was how it came about. It. And when I came, I really suffered to know how I would can this product. Like I didn't even know some was in Ghana. But fortunately for me, I think Cosmos sent us to Nkulenu. So I saw their processing. But I went to them and they were like, they don't can different type of products. So they introduced me to a company in Medina market there at the station. So I went to them and they were like, okay, I can do it and bring. They will can it for me, and that was how I got to this point. And why I'm canning it is because if I blend the normal onion and put it in a plastic container, how long will I keep it in the freezer? It will not.
Sure. It's not shelf stable when it's contained in a plastic container.
Yes, and me trying to solve post-harvest losses, and that is because farmers don't have ready markets. So if I now come and produce it and put it in the plastic, and it doesn't even solve the problem I want to solve, then it's not business. Then I'm not solving a problem. So putting it here for the first period, the first product I did, it took me for 9 months, and it was still very
Shelf
fresh.
stable and fresh.
Yes,
That's
with no
amazing.
preservative added.
Wow.
Yes. And so this product is just some 3 months ago now. This is the second batch I have done. Yeah. So I think with this, I think it also it reduces. Sorry, I'm trying to say. It brings convenience. So let's say a corporate woman, you've closed from work and you go home. Now that you want to cook, you want to make sure my husband come home to meet food. Then you're now going to chop onion.
Makes it so easy.
Yes.
Makes
So
it
all
so
you
easy.
need to do is, that is why I have it in varieties. So if you want to do stew, you just go for your boiled. If you want to season meat and you don't want seasoning, you go for your raw.
Oh wow.
So
you
I've
have
taken the
different
stress.
varieties of them too.
Yes.
This is amazing. I want to ask you what are some of the challenges along the way, and I want you to answer this. As a woman in agriculture, what are as an entrepreneur, what are some of the challenges that you face along the way, and how you overcame it? You tell us about maybe 2 or 3 major things that were a setback to you, but you're able to persevere and get to the final point. So you tell us about that.
Yes. So one of the challenges I encountered was going home to tell my parents that I'm going to farm. Like it was so weird. Like all of you that you don't even like to sew, and all of a sudden you want to farm. Like, so I was like, I told my mom that I wanted to start a onion farm, and she was like, "Are you serious? Like, where will you get land and all those things?"
So people don't view, first of all, agriculture as something that is sustainable. When you're talking about how do I put it? Is it something that can keep you when you start farming? Is it something that is sustainable income wise? Because there are lots of risks associated with agriculture. So there's a lot of questions around it, and it's very risky. So how are you able to overcome it? Tell us.
Yes. So one thing I believe in the journey of entrepreneurship or agriculture is a passion. And sometimes when you have the passion, nothing limits you, because I would not go and do what I don't find joy in. I would do what gives me joy. So if going to the farm will make me happy, then I'm not ready to make you happy. Because if you see this, you fall in love with it. And that's what I am looking for. Not what you will say. Would you like it?
Definitely. Looks so convenient.
Yes.
Personally, I do not like dealing with onions in the kitchen. So
Yes.
this is something that I think it's able to save time, and it's able to save a lot of post-harvest issues, because as a farmer, I'm sure you tell us more about it. When you did your research, what was the level of post-harvest losses when it comes to onion farming, and how does this directly solve that problem?
Yes. So when it comes to post-harvest losses in Ghana, I think I don't have the figure. I don't want to. I don't want to say the figure. I'm not accurate when it comes to the figure right now. Yes, but it's very high. We all know that if you put onion down for 3 months, it will start rotting. It will start, and it comes in seasons. It's not like all the seasons it's there. It
That's
comes,
another issue.
Yes.
It's very seasonal, so the
Yes.
prices on the market constantly fluctuate.
Yes.
Interesting.
And because farmers don't have ready markets, they would have to give out the onion paste. The onion whilst they are doing the harvesting, so that it can go off and not spoil with them. Because keeping it to the time it will be scarce for them to increase the price. At that time, they are likely to not even have the quantity they had preserved or reserved down. Yes, so bringing this down or bringing this innovation is going to help that, okay, let's look into the future. I'm able to go and buy about 100 acres of farmers onion paste to come and do my production. Why would the farmer be worried?
So it's giving the farmers hope, capacity,
Yes.
knowing that if their products if their produce can be readily taken up and turned into a very, very nice product and is good on the market, it's very easy for them to say, okay, we're even going to talk about contract farming. It's very easy for these farmers to say, okay, we can farm as much as we want. We're not scared about post-harvest losses because now there's a solution. Yeah, so tell us about how you said you started farming, onion farming. So tell us the whole process till you got to your final product. So that means the onions we are seeing here, you grew them.
Yes.
We want to know.
Yes.
We want to know how you did it.
Yes, so I think starting from the onion, having the farm, we all know how farming is done. It's a dirty man's job. That's what they think, but that's a different perception about it. I have fun when I go to the farm. Yeah.
How many acres do you have?
Right now, I just rented 1 acre and I'm managing.
1 acre.
Yes, but with regards to that, I still need to buy from farmers if I want to do large production because of my school and all that. Yeah. So with that, I find so much joy in it, and when I see the green around me, it's so
Lovely
something
and
I love to.
fulfilling.
Yeah, I feel nature, and bringing it to Accra here, and now have to peel it. I have to peel it. I have to chop it. I want to take all your burdens, the crying. I want to take all the crying because I've not reached the stage where I'm able to buy the machineries for the production because we have a full machinery that does the peeling, the cutting, everything till the canning. But as a startup, so I've decided to take that risk. Yeah, so I will peel it, make sure I wash it. But I have a selection of the onion. If I'm using the white onion, I use the white onion. If I'm using the red onion, I use the red onion. I don't mix them.
Consistency.
Yeah, so I select the onion I want to use for this particular product and that.
Wonderful.
Yes, for the start, I had to use blender. But with this one, I didn't use blender. I didn't use blender.
Persevering over here.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, that shows how resilient and determined I wanted to really see how it would look. Yes, so with this one, I didn't blend it. At least, yeah, so I had to now go and grind it. Come in with a frying, I had to fry the onion.
Wow.
You see, I'm an entrepreneur. I can't say everything here.
There's nothing like it can't be done. We do everything here.
Yes.
So that's a very tedious process. What's the future of this? I mean, your big dream. How far do you want to take this?
Yes. So the dream is big, and I can't just wait to see that not just in Ghana, but other countries are also taking Masco foods. Why would we have to always import and don't export? So I hope to see the future that I give a number out for exports.
Okay.
And as well as I want to one day see that out of the unemployment rate in Ghana, I'm solving at least 20% of it.
Wow.
And most especially to women.
Wow.
Yeah.
Involving women in the whole value chain. There's this one last question. So I was somewhere in Sunyani and I saw a very, very big poster with a certain brand's onion paste. And I was like, wow, I know somebody doing this. So there's already competition out there. So how are you handling that? How are you, there are already people in the market space, big industry that are already doing this. And so what's your plan? Do they challenge you? Are you discouraged by what you're already doing? Or you still see an opportunity?
Yeah, I'm not discouraged because I know where I come from. I know how I started, and I don't have to see somebody coming to the market and give up. No. And one thing I would say is that I love the fact that they are out there. I could have been out in the market before them because they started somewhere 2 years ago, but I'm still cool. But the fortunate thing is that they do raw onion paste production.
Okay.
But in Masco, I have 4 varieties.
Wow.
So when it comes to varieties, I stand out. And not just the varieties, though I'm now coming to the system, but I believe that availability and visibility will be there. And having a competitor is what makes entrepreneurship exciting.
True. Wonderful. So, what's your last word to girls out there who are looking up to you, Miss Agriculture? They've probably never considered doing agric in their life, and then they see you out there shining, persevering, putting your product out there, winning. What's that one message you want to tell fellow women, ladies, girls out there who are probably skeptical about going into the agric space, or who want to venture, might not necessarily even be agriculture, but something new? What would you tell them?
Yes, so one thing I would say is that everybody has one or two things we want to do. Sometimes the problem is, can I do it? We don't believe in ourselves. And I want to say that as a young lady out there, if you see us, myself and the host here, looking beautiful here, it means we started somewhere. We started somewhere, and we looked up to people. And you don't just wake up and you want to do things on your own. It could be possible, but it's not that easy. And so if you're a young lady out there, and some people just have the zeal to go into it, but they are scared because they say entrepreneurship, there's risks and all that. Yeah, it's risks, but sometimes it's what makes you brave. So if you have the passion to go into any business of your choice, you are free to go. One thing you should know is you should not hold dollars or hundreds of CDs to start the business. No.
Start.
Just start.
Be brave.
Do you have the idea? Can you push to see if you can implement it? When you start at that stage, you find the excitement in you. Sometimes I feel so proud that I'm using my product to cook. I feel so proud. So you start. And that is why I would say that you look out to people. When you go on social media, stop the twerking, stop going to people that sell wigs, human hair wigs. Stop going to, then this bag is trending. Yes, it's trending. I'm Miss Agriculture Ghana. The bag I'm holding is expensive. My wig is expensive. But it's from the farm. It's for my business. I don't have to let any boy come to. So we end up saying that guys this, guys that. No.
That shouldn't be the conversation.
That shouldn't.
We're not talking about guys over here.
Okay.
Be brave.
Okay.
Be brave.
Okay.
That
sorry.
shouldn't be the conversation. I mean, of the girls out there, that shouldn't be what you're looking up to, waiting for somebody to come and get you something.
Yes. So
you can't do it.
Be
It's
a
a very
go-getter.
scary. It's a very scary. Everything is scary actually. And when it comes to entrepreneurship, that's also quite scary. Like going out there, I'm going to do it on my own. Who am I going to sell it to in the first place? But then when you take the first step, you realize that you will learn along the way. You will make some mistakes. You have challenges, like you said, parents asking you, what are you going to do with onion farming? But be brave.
Yeah.
You've been brave. You're inspiring them to be brave.
Yeah. For the brave, you have to ignore certain things. And I think I was doing regular morning. I had to change it to evening because I needed the period, the daytime,
Wow.
so I could do most of my things.
The dedication.
Yes. And sometimes I walk from one shop to one shop just to introduce my product to them. So you can't just start it anyhow. Just start it. That's all I want to say. And I want to say that if you think that, okay, I don't know how to go about it, go out and look for somebody who you can talk to. Mentorship. That is why we have you here. You just need to go online and search, text, email. I want to do this, I want to do that. If you're a young lady out there, I don't know what to say, but it seems every day there's always an opportunity for women who wants to do something. So let's all be the narrative changers. Let's think differently. Let's see a whole view of having to own our own businesses and do things the way it should be done.
Exactly.
And I think we can all do it. If I can do it, then you can do it. Because some time ago, I believe some people were sitting here and I was watching them. And today I'm sitting here. So you could be the next person. So don't let anything scare you. I put the challenge to every young girl out there that look for something there to do. Just start it. Anyhow, just start it. Before you know, you are doing it. And don't always forget to add God. God is important. Yes.
Amen. Thank you so much for inspiring us, for sharing your story with us. It looks glamorous over here, but you've told us that, Charlie, the challenges are there. But that's no reason for you to stop along the way or get discouraged.
Not at all.
If you persevere, you'll also be able to tell your story one day. So it was lovely having you. And we are hoping that the next time that we see you, next time you are speaking to us, it will be your brand on that billboard I was talking about. Wonderful.
Definitely.
Thank you so much
Thank you too.
for sharing your story with us. Hi, my name is Wendy. I'm Osman, and I'm the CEO of Normatech. I'm also a volunteer with the People Building Institute. And today we have with us Mr. Abed from Abed Farms. Tell us what you do at Abed Farms.
Okay, so at Abed Farms, we are into rabbit rearing and into rabbit meat production, and as well, we use the rabbit waste as well as for fertilizer and pesticides.
Amazing. So how did you get here as a young graduate? How did you get into animal production? What was the starting point? Where do you get your inspiration from?
Okay, so as a young graduate, after national service, you know that most people would be looking for jobs, and this as a motivation, I couldn't get employed, so I tried out there to look for a job, and I was not getting a job, so I was currently at home for, let's say, a year or two. So a friend who is into rabbit production motivated me. He was already doing the rabbit processing, rabbit production, rabbit rearing. So I spoke with him about rabbit production, and I loved it. So I developed a passion for it. So that's what made me venture into this business last year, December. So probably that's what a friend motivated me into this rabbit production.
Wonderful. And so far, how has it been? Would you encourage others to go into it? Is it a profitable venture?
Oh, rabbit farming is very lucrative. Looking at the sustainability of this business, you will see that when you have a female rabbit, which is called a doe, DOE, and you have a male, which is the buck, BUCK, you can get a litter from the doe as high as 12 bunnies,
Wow.
which from that rabbit. So normally the gestation period for rabbits is 31 days, which is approximately 1 month. So within 1 month, if one rabbit is giving birth to 12 bunnies, imagine if you are having about just 10 rabbits giving birth to 12 bunnies. So that's 10 times 12. You know how much you are getting for that rabbit. So it's very lucrative because now there's a delicacy for meat, and not just any meat. We are looking for meat which are pure. You know, if I say pure, meaning that they eat organic products. So looking at rabbit production is environmentally safe because aside we rearing rabbits, we are also collecting their urine and their feces for fertilizer production and pesticides, because when the urine is applied to the soil, it can stay in the soil for about 6 months, which
Wow.
yes, which is which can serve as a pesticide for insect like aphids, the urine of rabbits, and the feces too serves as an organic fertilizer because they mostly eat vegetables, okay, like cabbage, lettuce, and all these, and which are organic. So when they eat this, they in turn defecate it out, and their feces are very rich in nitrogen. Okay, so it contains high amount of nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. So when, as a farmer, you apply this feces to your soil and mix it to produce whether your lettuce, your cabbage, and all these things. So you are in turn getting back what they ate, and these are going to enrich your soil for a proper growth of what your crop. And also, aside that, when you look at rabbit production, the meat serves as a delicacy. Okay, it's made up of high amounts of vitamin B, vitamin B12, and iron, and it's high in protein. So as anyone who likes meat, okay, you can use rabbit as an alternative source of meat, and they are very nice compared to chicken and all some other meat. So you see that when you they are very nice, and one day when I come here, I'll bring a grilled one for you to have
We'll
a
love
taste.
that.
Yes, so
We love that. There was this day in school. My school used to have a small rabbit farm. There was this day they served us, school food was dinner. But the meat was looking some way. And when we asked the pantry guys, they said, "Oh, it's a very nice fowl." So some of the girls decided not to eat. Or me, I cleared it. 'Cause it tasted amazing. Then the next day they told us that there was a meat shortage in the market. So we ate the bunnies, and Charlie, some girls were crying, man, because when you see the cute bunnies with their fur, they're looking so cute. But yeah, they're really tasty and they're really healthy. So
Very true.
I think yes, definitely something that's considering the price of alternative food meat in the market, and also looking at how many of these large poultry farms and meat production, we are seeing videos where Charlie, they are injecting the meat with one or two things. You don't know where it's actually coming from. Rather taking the alternative of locally bred bunnies as an alternative to protein is amazing. So tell us about the markets and how you are penetrating the markets, how you are beating some of these should I say allegations to what rabbit meat is not tasty, or not a lot of people like it, but you are doing so well in the business. So tell us more about the markets.
Okay, so finding a market for rabbit production, it hasn't been easy for me though, but for my farm, it's true people that they are able to get into contact with my rabbit. So let's say someone can taste my rabbit and say, "Oh wow, this person's rabbit is nice," then he will link you. So you see that most people come into my farm and I don't know where they are coming from. Yeah, so I personally got a call from someone who wanted to buy my rabbit and send to one of the farms where Jifamco to go and kill and slaughter it.
Wow.
Yeah, so you
Wow.
could see that through someone. So someone recommended me that, "Oh, this person's rabbit, they are nice. They have the high amount of weight." So all these are into consideration. So looking at the market, someone would not just buy your rabbit by instant looking at your rabbit. You first have to weigh the rabbit. He said that, "Wow, this meat is high in weight." So approximately, let's say 3 kg. When you weigh the rabbit and it's 3 kg, it will amount to the price you are looking for. So entering into the market is through the weight. Most people have less weight of rabbit in their farm, and anyone who wants to purchase your rabbit, looking at the weight, you will not buy, or looking at how the animal looks like, you will not get the market for it. And another one too is that most people like animals which are was social media, the way you brand your product, the way you brand yourself. So all about packaging. So I brand myself in a way that when you see my rabbit online, you'll be able to call me and reach out to me very quickly.
Branding is important.
Yes,
How you
so-
present it.
Yeah, so personally, I have someone who is posts my rabbit on Gigi for me, and I get a market. And I also have some farmers who buy from me as well. So
Oh, wow.
it's a negotiation. So you buy from me, I buy from you. So all these are ways of accessing my market in the production, and
Wow.
I'm going.
If not for today, I wouldn't have known that rabbit does so well and
Very
it
well.
sells, because contrary to popular belief, personally, I'll ask myself, who do I know who eats rabbits around me? But we are here, we are encouraging, buy made in Ghana goods, right? And when you look at the protein markets, there are lots of gym bros who are now eating like 5-6 eggs. And why? Because protein is expensive on the markets, but then I think this is a very, very good alternative, and it is not something that is in it. So people have been gatekeeping from us. The options are not chicken, egg, meat. We have rabbits too. Wow. So on your journey to entrepreneurship, before getting the space, I know it's not always a very glossy journey. There are a lot of challenges. So tell us a journey with the challenges. What are some of the challenges you encountered and how you were able to overcome them?
Okay, so one of the challenges that I encountered was lack of capital. Okay, so When I got a exposure from my friend about this rabbit production, how he's investing into this, he's pumping money. So I was scared because I was saying that, hey, I asked him what kind of rabbit. He bought a particular breed of rabbit, which is called a chinchilla. I don't know if most of you, the chinchilla rabbit is a one of the rabbits which has a ash color, and it's called a chinchilla, and it's very big. Most of them are foreign and some are local. So he told me he bought this particular rabbit for 1,000 cedis. So I was scared. I said, hey, just one rabbit, one female rabbit for 1,000 cedis. Then I cannot start. And he told me that no, wait, just look at what your money can afford. So if your money can afford for a different breed, when you get the capital, then you can buy this breed. So the capital was a problem for me. So I had to start with a different breed. And you know that you want to enter into the market. So you have to know the breed that people want to buy. So you can't just go and buy a breed that people don't want. You end up losing so much money in the business.
You have to eat your own rabbits, Shelley.
Yeah, so as you said, you are going to eat your own rabbit. So you should know the choice of customers, what they want. Some customers want heavy rabbits. Some people want nice rabbits for pets. So when you look at my farm, I have one for pets, one for meat, and one for, you can keep them indoors. They are less harmful, and they look very nice. So lack of capital, and another challenge was when they were becoming too much. They were giving birth, and I need another cage. So the money to buy another cage was a problem. So, but I've gotten another one because I sold some rabbits, and so that's the same capital.
It's quite interesting because I think these are some of the things that we have to talk about as young people when it comes to policy making. Where is the support? Be an entrepreneur, do this, but it's not that the opportunities are not there. It takes money to make money. And so I think this is one of the important conversations we should have when we are encouraging people to be entrepreneurs. Go out there and do it with what? The motivation. Yeah, the motivation is there, inspiration is there. You've understudied someone, you have the knowledge, but how exactly do I start? And it takes a lot of perseverance to get to where you've gotten to, because it means that every profit you make is going back into the business. And so for the first few years, you are talking about like a lot of sacrifice, and we know how challenging that is when economic situations are always not the best. You have to find ways and means to keep afloat, and so that's very inspiring and also very encouraging. So can you tell me about what the future of this is? What do you want to see in the future of rabbits production, first of all, for your business, and also what do you want to tell Ghanaians about this alternative that is there?
Okay, so thank you for the question. Okay, so there's a saying that Rome was not built in a day. Okay, so anyone looking at the future in the rabbit farming, most people would say that, oh, looking at how this person is talking, I also want to join him in this rabbit farming. Okay, so you can say that you want to join, but any business that you don't have the passion for, it will die. Okay, so some people will look at me and they want to do rabbit farming, but you want to do rabbit farming, you don't have the time, you don't have the idea, you don't have the knowledge in this business. Definitely, you are going to lose a lot of profit. Your business will collapse. Okay, most people see how you feed these rabbits, you take care of them, and they want to venture. But you must first have knowledge in this business. You must talk to agri experts, those who are already into this rabbit farming.
Like him.
Yes, so they will give you some guidelines. This. So I also went out to seek for these rabbit farmers, what the do's and don'ts in rabbit farming, how to take care of rabbits, how to do this, and I got most knowledge from them because they are already in it. And if you are yet to venture into it, you need these ideas from them. And looking at the future of rabbit farming, most rabbits in Ghana, there are a lot of rabbit farmers in Ghana. As I'm talking to you, I am on a platform on WhatsApp which is for rabbit farmers, and we are about 999
Wow.
rabbit farmers on that group.
So who have been chopping rabbits in Ghana is like we were not informed. We don't know what's going on. Okay.
Okay, so when you look at this number of rabbit farmers, any purchase you want to do about rabbits, immediately you post in the group, you get a buyer.
Wow.
Immediately you post, somebody will text you from across all the regions in Ghana.
Charlie, share the link.
Okay, so some farmers, rabbit farmers, are from Kumasi, Accra, Sunyani, Volta, and we are all on this platform. So when you look at the future of rabbits, I will see that there's a future in rabbit farming because it's very profitable. And anything that is not profitable, no one would like to venture into it, or no one would like to invest in this business. So you could see that all these people who are into this, they are getting money from it. Because if you sell one rabbit for 150, 200, and there are 12 rabbits, imagine how much you are getting. So,
newest rabbit farmer in town.
Okay, so let's say if I have 12 rabbits and I'm selling one for 200 cedis, calculate the amount I'm getting. So you could see that just for 1 month, I'm getting 2,400. So rabbit farming is very lucrative.
Quite lucrative.
And looking at the sustainability of this rabbit business, aside you selling the rabbit, as I mentioned earlier, you look at the fertilizer and you look at the urine that you are selling. Most farmers in Ghana, okay, they buy the fertilizer from big let's say those who sell pesticides and all these things. But when you look at this rabbit urine and the feces, they serve as both fertilizer and they serve as both pesticides.
So it's an organic alternative.
Yes.
Wow.
And when you look at this, that I want to go into, you look at a farmer, and it's very cheap, okay, because when you look at an average 25 kg bag of fertilizer in Ghana, costs about 63 Ghana cedis. And if a farmer has about 10 acres of land and just 125 kg is costing you 63, you are spending a lot of money in it. So when you do this calculation, but when you can in turn look at an alternative, the same rabbit feces and the same urine, and you are still going to spend less and you are going to earn more. So as a farmer, looking at the sustainability of your business, would you like to spend less and still get the same result, or you still spend more and you might in turn get less or more? So as a farmer, you should think of this as a rabbit business. And rabbits, when you go to this, those who sell kebabs and all those things, one of my research that I've done, I saw that most kebab sellers, they normally sell the normal sausage or the chicken or the guinea fowl. But I don't see rabbit kebab there.
Where is the rabbit kebab?
Where is the rabbit? So you could see that in Ghana, there are people who are into rabbit production, but we are not seeing these kebab people selling.
So it's a business opportunity, value addition. Someone is doing the production, and there's an opportunity to produce rabbit kebab for those of us who want to eat rabbit kebab. Wow.
Sure. So rabbit kebab, and they are really nice compared to chicken. Rabbit and chicken, there's a big difference.
Yeah, you have to bring some.
Sure.
To convince us.
I'll bring some.
Wonderful. So, I know that the journey hasn't been, sometimes, it looks very glossy, very rosy. What do you want to tell the youth? One of the main focuses in PBI is to inspire, to coach, to mentor. And I'm really happy to hear in your story that you didn't just start out there. It's not a one-man thing. You had to understudy somebody, find the details from somebody. You are still learning. What would you want to tell someone who wants to go into animal production, who is also just a young graduate, weighing the risks and everything? What would you say to inspire this person? Probably especially somebody who wants to go into rabbit production. What would you say to encourage or inspire this person?
Okay, so my inspiration to the youth out there, okay, I know that most people, we are into school, we are into other things, okay. Your parents will ask you, my son, my daughter, what do you want to become in future? Okay, I want to become a medical doctor, I want to become a pharmacist, I want to become a pilot and all this.
Lawyer.
But when you say farmer, the expression of your parents changes. I don't know why most youth, when immediately they hear farmer, they feel shy, they feel, I don't know, but when you look at farming as a business, it's very lucrative. Very lucrative.
And
Whether-
very fulfilling.
and very fulfilling. Okay. Aside me being into rabbit farming, I have a skill in what pig production. I have a skill in livestock production. I have a skill in catfish. I have and all other stuff. But I didn't want to become a farmer at the first place. My story started when my parents asked me, "What do you want to become?" I want to become what? A lawyer. But immediately I said farming. They were disappointed. So you don't look at farming as something that is not good. Okay, so farming is very lucrative. So any skill you have out there, maybe yours is poultry. You feel like rearing poultry birds, whether it being guinea fowl, whether it being, it's very good. Okay, you can start small. Someone will say that I'm a youth, I'm in school, I don't have the capital to start. Fine, you don't have the capital to start, but you have some money you receive from your parents, from your friends, from your family. You can save that money. Perhaps after school you can start. I started saving my money when I was doing my national service way back some years ago. So I started saving this 559 for some couple of months, and after I finished, I said, no, I have to start this business. I have to start. I don't have to wait for somebody to invest in me. I don't have to. I've gotten exposure from KIC, Cosmos Innovation Center. Shout out to Cosmos Innovation.
Wow.
And all this exposure, it encouraged me more because I had to learn about value addition, products, how to package your products, how to get accessibility to market out there. But it shouldn't be something that would prevent you whether you get an investor or not. You should start yourself, okay? Maybe somebody can give you some money to start. Someone can also support you. A loved one can support you. Anyone.
Either way it starts.
Either way,
Either
start.
way it starts.
Start. No matter how you start with. I started with small.
How many do you start with? How
I
many
started.
rabbits?
Okay, so I started with 5 rabbits.
Wow.
Just 5.
How many do you have now?
I have about 40 to 50.
Charlie. Start.
And I'm still going. Okay,
Start,
so
sorry.
as I'm talking to you, 3 are pregnant and I'll be getting
Charlie.
some
We'll come for barbecue. We'll come for
I'll be
barbecue.
getting some bunnies. So,
Lovely.
and also you must, as a youth out there, you must, any business you want to venture into, you must brand yourself, okay? Somebody is also doing rabbit production, but what would distinguish you from you and that person is your branding, okay? Somebody can look at your product and buy your product and leave those products out there, whether they exist or not. Somebody can buy yours. It depends on your branding, how you package your business. Okay, so me,
It's not only passion. You have to add branding.
you have to
the
add branding
passion.
to yourself. Okay, I've packaged my business in a way that if you want a rabbit for pet, I have nice rabbit for pet, nice ones, and when you see them, you love them. You even keep them in your rooms. they look like these foreign dogs and all this thing. It depends on how I've packaged them. The breed I went for, what I'm looking for, is because
You have to know about the markets.
you have to know about the market.
Important.
You have to know, because I spoke to one of the rabbit farmers. He told me there's a particular breed called New Zealand, and those New Zealand are for meat. And I told him that, okay, I need a particular breed. Those breed would enter the market. He told me that no, the New Zealand would enter. But somebody posted the breed I was looking for. Within seconds, somebody bought that rabbit. I wanted to buy that rabbit. When I called the farmer, he told me that that rabbit has been sold. Less than, let's say, 10 seconds, he posted in the group. Somebody has bought the rabbit. Just because the rabbit looks nice, which can be used for pets. I hope you understand. So sometimes the market really sells. So it depends on how you package your business, how you brand your business, and how you make it accessible for people to see what you are doing, and how you distinguish yourself from other people doing the same business as yours.
Charlie, you've taught us a lot. You've inspired. It's not just about the passion. You have to know about what you're going into. You have to seek some sort of mentorship. you've never seen an egg before, but you've taken your school fees, you are going to do poultry farming. You have to understudy somebody, you have to seek mentorship, and that's what you're doing at PBI. You are inspiring, follow who know road. We are showing the road, right? Yes, exactly what we are doing. I bet you've said so much, and I'm sure people out there who have this passion are going to be inspired, are going to take the step forward to also make a change in the country. It's not always about what are we going to eat, also putting your foot forward into making sure that your country is fed and imports are not flooding the market. So if there is no chicken, there's rabbits, if there is no imported something, you have onion paste. We are eating what our nation is providing for us, and these are people who have taken the bold step to go forward and to do that. So thank you so much, and it was lovely having you.
Sure, I'm really grateful for this opportunity. And to add up on this, most youth, you have a lot of ideas. Nobody has an idea which is not special or not. You have the idea. Just work on it. Work on your idea. And with a vision, it says that there's an appointed time. It shall come to pass. Write the vision down.
Write it down.
And at appointed time, it shall come to pass. So your vision will not die. At appointed time, it will come to pass.
Amen.
Thank you. And I'm very
Thank you so much. We've learned so much from you. It was lovely having you. Thank you.
You're welcome.